Oh, Brazil,
Yeah.
Rio de Janeiro. Oh my God. Yeah, some of this I might not be able to like fully explain, but yeah, that city is nuts. Went into the favelas. Most people are like, dude, what are you doing in the like? I was getting messages online, Instagram, whatever, because I would put up stories of what I was doing.
This is one of them, right?
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
This is one of them.
that's a very famous favela. Um, it's got the name up there, Complexo, Iliman, and the only reason how I got access, there was a shooting the day after that I actually did my piece, and that's actual real photos from local graffiti writer friend of mine. He sent me that. I've been told many times I should just like write a book because the amount of things that I've
I bet.
experienced overseas, in Brazil, in Bolivia, in Japan, Berlin, New York, Bronx, Mexico, dude, like, man, money doesn't buy these experiences that I went through. Like, I'm very grateful because it does form your character, your personality. It changes you. Yeah, so Rio, one of the best countries that I've been to, especially with the graffiti scene. You don't have to look very far for a spot to paint in Rio,
was gonna
especially in the favelas. Because in the favelas, it's real. Obviously, it's like a lot of poverty, a lot of gangs or whatever. But the local people, they don't mind if you paint their wall. They'd rather you paint their wall than just having it look blank. You know what I'm saying? So
Like local businesses and stuff like that.
not just houses, anywhere.
Yeah.
The whole place, the whole favela.
That's dope.
Like, see, picture that as a favela. It kind of looks like except a nicer version. But you could paint anywhere as long as you just knock on the door, whatever, meet the locals, show them some photos of your artwork, and just say, look, boom, I'm gonna do this here. Is that cool? Oh, they love it. They'll give you food. They'll give you drinks.
That's dope.
So, yeah, so for those 3 weeks that I was in Rio de Janeiro, I stayed in the favelas the whole 3 weeks. I did the whole, you go to the El Cristo, the Copacabana Beach, of course, I got to do those things, and it's pretty awesome. But people always say to me, what are you doing in the favelas? It's too dangerous. Like, you're crazy. The thing is, I always say there's 3 things, if not maybe 4 or 5 things that you need if you want to go in. First of all, you have to fit in. You don't want to stand out in the favelas. So lucky for me, a lot of the locals, they thought that I was a local. They started talking to me in Portuguese.
Right.
And I had to kind of smooth it out with some Portuguese words, a bit of lingo, and just keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, this is one of the favelas. I just rocked a piece here in the corner.
That's dope, man.
That's
That's mad.
And so, yeah,
There's
like,
a little bit of Swayze around the world, bro.
and that's still there because I got a friend who just lives further up, and he tells me, man, that piece is not going anywhere. That piece is there for a long time. And I've done a few pieces in those favelas. There's another one over here, another one, some throw-ups. This throw-up here's got some bullet holes through it. I've seen, I don't know if you can see. So there's a lot of gangs in this favela. In this one, it's the famous El Complexo, Favela Complexo. I wouldn't go to these favelas unless I knew a local graffiti writer.
Right.
That's how I got in, because I would make I knew a Brazilian graffiti writer in Sydney. I met him in Sydney. I hooked him up with some walls. So he's like, okay, here's my favor, back to you. If you ever go to Brazil, I know graffiti writers in the favelas. Here's their contacts. Boom, so I kept that. So when I went there, I made, there's one of the dudes there, local artists from in the favelas. And so I hit them up, and they meet me down the bottom of the favela. They meet me down in the bottom, and they take me up, like up into the favelas. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even think of going in. But you got to know local people. That's one key. You got to know some local slang. You know what I mean? And you don't want to stand out. So lucky for me, like if you was blonde hair, blue eyed, or Asian, you would
look
stand out.
You look Brazilian.
Not trying to be racist, but it is what it is. Like if you're Asian or blonde hair, blue eyed in the favela, you're gonna stand out.
You're gonna attract attention.
Exactly.
The wrong attention.
So I was conceived actually in Brazil,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
So I don't know if it was something in the air or in the water, but I turned out more like a Brazilian than a Bolivian, because you go to Bolivia and they're all short with straight hair, indigenous Bolivians.
And you got the curly
And
hair.
I
and
got the
everything.
curls, taller, whatever. Anyway, so I fit in. So that was just lucky. I fit in. I don't stand out. I know some Portuguese and I know the local people there.
Yeah.
So with that, there's nothing to worry about. I mean, there's always a risk because, innocent people get shot in the favelas anyway.
Yeah.
So what happened, I went there, I done this piece, I done that piece, and it got dark. I met some locals and they give me just local brew, and I was getting pretty intoxed or whatever. And it got late, I couldn't get any photos, so I wanted to go back the next morning to get flicks. I ring them up, say, I'm coming back, I got to get photos. They said, oh no, you can't come back today. You can't come today.
Why not?
And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I got to get photos. I can't waste any days. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on a journey here. I'm on I'm flying out soon. He's like, oh no, you can't come today because there's a shooting going on between the cops and the narcos. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Mm.
Apparently there was a shooting from 7 a.m. to midday, non-stop, narcos and cops. 3 cops died and 2 narcos died.
Oh shit.
This is the next day after I painted that.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh man.
Bro,
Dude.
if only your pieces could talk. The stories they'd tell.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, look, fair enough. There's a shooting. I'm not going to go if there's a shootout. So I went the next day. I was like, look, I'm coming tomorrow then. And he's like,
Just
no.
get this exact
That photo and the other photo. Yeah, exactly. This photo and the previous one, because I've done 2 pieces. Oh, actually, I did one. When I came back for the other photo, I did another one while I was there. So they're like, you can't come. I said, fair enough. The next morning, I rang up and I said, what's the situation today? Has it calmed down? And they said, oh, there's no shooting at the moment. And I said, okay, well, I'm coming. So I went and they're like, but we can't guarantee that it's safe because it's pretty tense. Like no one was out in the favelas at this time. But I was like, look, no, I was on a mission. I need to get my photos. So I went back and you could feel the tension, man. You could feel the tension. There was a lot of cops with freaking guns. I'm talking proper guns like these
AK-47 type
AKs,
shit.
man. And they're doing the
Rifles and
They're
shit
doing the
like that.
patrols, and it's crazy because they're turning corners like this. Next corner, and there's kids walking around, playing soccer or whatever. So I got all my work done. Met some locals.
You got the shot.
Got the shots, got my flicks. I never leave the country without my photos.
No.
You need your photos, otherwise it's like you haven't done it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. If it's not recorded, it's like
Yeah.
it never happened.
It kind of sucks that that's the life that we live now. Like when I
Yeah.
first started Graph, 99, like if I didn't get the photo, I didn't really care. It was word of mouth.
Oh yeah.
But now
that's dope.
I love photos. I love photography, so I always got to get my snaps.